Jelaine is Judy's sister, and we're going into the studio of Judy's famous Packer paintings. And
I already own 2 of them.
all right, there you are. And so we go in now. We're going to see Judy.
Hello, Jelaine! Welcome to my studio.
Thank you, thank you.
David wants us to review the pictures here, okay?
Okay.
This one here, I painted the 2 for you because one of the things that I really like about football is big figures with elegant movements, and I wanted to show some of that. So I tried this one, and it actually worked out better than I had thought because I've been doing smaller, farther away paintings.
Right, those are the ones I have, yes, but I love mine too.
Yeah,
yes.
and I've still done them. Oh, and I do have, then actually, before I did this one, hang on just 1 minute, I will show you.
But you know,
here's actually one that's sort of between the ones that I did for you and when I did this, right?
Okay.
Now this is a field goal, right? And it's sort of, I call it my Bruegel painting because it's sort of, it's like he used to paint peasants, you know, having parties and stuff, and it's just a mass of humanity. And then I tried to carry out the whole thing with very primitive figures in the audience as well. So, but this is anyway, obviously the Vikings. So,
but don't forget, somewhere in there you have to put you and I.
yes, I will do that from now on. I didn't do it here. The funny part of this one is this in legs and stuff like that, because I've discovered that muscles are important.
Yes.
Then after this one, I did that one in the corner of the, well, I call it the Michael Straining.
You do capture breath, you do. You have a knack, and you got his fingers, those big hands.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Covering most of the ball like he does.
And I started really working on hands and shoes. It turns out that it's the little things like these shoes. I love his cleats. Aren't those just great cleats?
They are.
David likes his shoes better. But at any rate, I started working on those details because they really kind of, you know, like Brett Favre, Donald Driver one.
I love this.
Yes, but it's a position, we've seen this so many times at games. And Driver would just kind of bend over just a little bit, right? And put his hand down, right? And this is the moment before anybody starts pulling, but you can see the muscles are tensed and, you know, and ready to go. And Favre is still looking over his shoulder, sort of smiling at the guy who got him.
And this arm is so Donald when he bends over.
The way he bends it. And he also has sharp muscles in his legs, and that was very hard to do.
Interesting.
And sharp
those
muscles.
nice big Brett Favre hands again.
Yep. Portia can come in now.
You have captured Brett.
And he's got such long legs that his legs show, so you have to have his legs with the reflection on them.
See,
and the cleats. I really love the cleats too.
Perfect.
But
and quarterback cleats,
they are quarterback
me.
cleats.
Yes.
That's right. I had a great deal of trouble figuring that out. But the interesting thing about this picture, I did just the figures on green, and it was just a blue background, and that's because I knew I wanted a blue behind it, but I didn't know what I was going to quite do with it. And David and I both would look at it and say, well, I wonder if that picture's going to make it or not. And when it pulled it all together is when, for David, it was the running referee behind him. That it just sort of added some action, and then the other figures as well. So it really, but look at this, his gloved hand was a real problem because I had to make it like a glove. You can see the muscles in it and everything like that, but it couldn't be just the hand because he's obviously wearing gloves. So it was putting, you know, the glove over the hand, and that's where it went.
This is just fantastic. No, this is completed, isn't it?
Yeah. She doesn't pass gas.
Yeah.
If she does,
it's here.
this picture here, it was sort of an interesting thing because I wanted to do defense, and I wanted to get even closer than I had on that one. So I did the Baltimore Ravens simply because I wanted to paint the Baltimore head. Right? I wanted to do the helmet. So I put, and this is obviously Nick Barnett. You would know Nick Barnett, right? And then A.J. Hawk is behind there and whatever. But what I like down here is the way the gloves look, with Barnett is grabbing his leg this way, coming around this way, and then AJ Hawk's arm is down over here.
And they're gonna get him.
Yep. But I was going to put more detail in the shoes, and then I just really loved the shoes, so I just let them alone.
Exactly.
So instead I did detail like the wrinkles in the shirt and the pants and that sort of stuff, and I did my details there.
You know, you have to just keep studying it, and then you miss things, and you look again.
And different
you
people
more.
see different things, because when Lucy saw it, she said, "Oh, look at that! Look at that!" But these are really the authentic Ravens gloves. So I got them off the website. And the Packers gloves are authentic. That as much as I could get them, I couldn't find their gloves.
Okay.
But then this one I'm working on now, it's Jones, right? And it's not done. This one is not done yet. Jones is playing against Kansas City because I wanted to paint a red uniform. And the red is a little redder than the Kansas City uniform, but I didn't like the orange red, so I changed it to this. And you know, hey, it's the artistic
just tell them
license.
it's how the light
Artistic
falls
license.
on
And on
it,
some
yes.
pictures it does look like that. Now this isn't done because the background is just laid in with the shading, and there has to be done and all of this sort of stuff.
And you have to paint in.
And I have to paint in, I have to
Yes,
paint
you
in
do.
all the spectators, and I obviously have to finish here, and then I have to get the texturing in the grass, and then this is the emergency exit sign, and this has to be done there. And then I'll have some more shading here and in the shoes, so I can pull this shoe back further. This guy has to be done because they're just in it. So this is just basically like half to 2/3 done. More shading has to be here, and a face, obviously, and face masks. Face masks could take a whole damn day to do there forever, but I only have one to do on this one, because this one is just sort of, you just see a little bit coming over.
But what about these?
Yeah, they need it, they need them, they need them, but it's not gonna be,
detail.
they don't need as much detail. And it turns out that all players wear different face masks, so, I mean, the line has a different face mask than a wide receiver, and the quarterback is a different one than that. This is really cool because notice their colors are all outlined in gold, and that really adds a dimension to them. Well, theirs are outlined in black. I had cleats on this one. The cleats that I found, the Packers cleats, were cleats that I found with a picture of Brett Favre with his feet up, and so I started painting it, and then I had it all painted last night, and I suddenly said, holy Moses, those are quarterback's cleats. A wide receiver who's running down the field has to have entirely different. So, and then last night, the Kansas City Chiefs wear two different kinds of shoes. One is mostly red with white streaks up the side, and then the other one is white with red. I did the red shoes because they were so beautiful, and they were. I can't tell you how pretty they had. Strap coming across here that was all sculptured, and it was just, they were so pretty, but all you saw were the shoes when you looked at them. Too pretty. So I painted over them. Brought the picture of the Ravens over to an old linebacker. And I brought him just because he knew I was painting, and he thought isn't that cute that she's painting these pictures. So I brought it over to his wife's studio, her salon. And he came and he saw them, and she said she couldn't get rid of him because he just sat there and looked at them in different lights from different vantages, checking off. I only brought these two, the Ravens and the Favre picture. But anyway, he wants to commission me to do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers picture.
I think that's great.